I'm just driving around today wearing my halo. There it is. Angelic being. That's why you should listen to me. Got it going on. See it? There it is.
Baby did a bad, bad thing. Baby did a bad, bad thing. Baby did a bad, bad thing.
Okay, I'm going to cram a couple of videos together here. I've made like 4 or 5 videos in the past week or two. And I'll make them at night, look at them in the morning before I upload them. And I've just been looking at them like, this is gay. I don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. So I don't know what. Something happens between the time I go to bed and the time I wake up. I change my mind. But there's a few good points I made and I want to share. I think I just get an attitude or something. But so I'm just to do the highlights of like 4 videos. Stuff on the screen. First, I want to do a couple, some shout outs to 2 channels. I haven't done any shout outs in a while. Let me read that. This guy started making comments on my channel, my videos, a couple months ago. Nice guy, real smart. He leaves great comments, very intelligent comments. It's one thing I've always been blessed. The people that comment on my videos, we're all part of the same group, but people just make intelligent commentary. We don't always agree or whatever, but it's just intelligent comments. Not a bunch of stupids. First guy is, anyway, this guy I'm talking about that's been commenting. He doesn't make a lot of videos, so he's not going to bombard you with them. But he's made creative videos. Definitely has a sense of humor. He seems to be a really good guy. Go subscribe to him. I'll put the links down below. Canadian Arctic Radio. Nice guy. Another one, and I'm not sure why this guy doesn't have more subscribers and views. A friend of mine here in town turned me on to this guy. He's a retired cop. And this guy is retired LAPD. Very educational, very educational. A lot of wisdom. Put some wisdom out there, and he has a little bit of profanity, but he warns you. But very entertaining. The guy makes a very entertaining video. He's an LA cop. At least he was. LMSTactical. But I don't know why this guy doesn't have more viewers. It just he seems like he'd be a real fit for YouTube. Anyway, Canadian Arctic Radio. Go subscribe to him, and LMSTactical. I'll put the links down below. Really good, good channels. Past couple of weeks, my renters have moved out. I got to go over there and fix some things up, whatever. Not much, but I got like a leaky faucets, this kind of junk, some plumbing. So I get up earlier. I'm in the car over there at a different time of day. I'm usually dealing with cattle. Instead, now I'm in the car doing this other thing. And so I'm listening to the radio. I've been on this jazz kick. I'm listening to jazz radio. Okay, I like it because in most jazz, it's just instruments. No one's talking. And sometimes I like that. So I'm listening to jazz. One of the stations is a college station here, KFSR, Fresno State. Another one is Berkeley Radio. And I don't know if it's tied. It's from Berkeley. I don't think it's part of the UC campus. It might be UC Berkeley. I don't know. Very left. They're in line, whatever it is. But it's Berkeley Radio. Both of these stations play jazz in the morning when I'm going to do this rental thing. Sometimes when the music's over, I forget to change it and go back to something else. And they'll have someone on that's doing some sort of commentary, an author, a professor, an activist, or whatever. It's all left. It's all very liberal. Far left. And I should have kept my... Anyway, I'm just, in a nutshell, there was a constant narrative. I listened to maybe 6 or 8 of these episodes of people talking, giving their commentary. And basically, the theme was if it smells of capitalism, it's crime. Then that's just basic. The other one was masculinity. any form of masculinity is got to be done away with. Every single woe, everything wrong about mankind or done to man has been because of masculinity. The other one was the family unit. No room for that. That's an old. That's That's why they just as soon all families broken up and just everyone's individuals. Easier to deal with. The other thing is trying to invest wisely, showing your kids how to handle their finances so they can make more money. If you were to take money that you earned, let's say you have some profits from your whatever your after your expenses, if you were to take that money and invest it, let's say you were to invest it in whether it's the markets, or maybe invest in your home. You're going to paint your home so the value will go up, the equity will go up, and then maybe you could sell it at a profit or something like that. Any type of investment like this is just selfish. You should take your money, your excess money, and put it into the infrastructure of your community. Quit thinking about the individual. Oh, that's the other thing. Individualism? No, not good. You don't want no part of that. Everything's about the community. So you take your money, your profits, and you reinvest it into the infrastructure of your community. And they keep calling it the infrastructure of your community. And I used to think, well, we do something to create jobs with it, and that's not what they're talking about. So they want you to give your money to their programs, whatever it is. You think, well, I don't know how to invest in the infrastructure of my community, according to what these people are talking about. Well, they'll do that for you. They'll just tax the crap out of you. They'll take the money away, and they'll make sure it gets to where it, same old story. But either this radio station, I would listen to 6 or 8 of these different shows of commentary, and that was the theme. Masculinity, bad. Individuality, bad. Family unit, bad. Capitalism, bad. What I don't understand is how these people get up in the morning and leave their home, walking into a society that we have here, a culture that is based on the family unit, capitalism, individualism, and the other thing I'm forgetting. I don't know how these people operate. How do they function in this world? Yeah, they got a radio program. Anyhow, I was going to do a video. I just got along with it. If you could go back in time, well, some people say, well, if you could do it all over again. If I was going to live my life all over again and I'm still me, I would pretty much make all the same mistakes again. Because I'm an idiot. I'm just going to do me over again. It wouldn't be anything new. But if you could go back in time and relive something in your life, I'm sure you'd probably do it differently. Okay? And so if you have a story like that, and you could do a VR, I'll tell you mine in a second. Do a VR on it. Because I talk to a lot of young guys in their 20s. And I always tell them the same thing. And you'll have a story like this. Do a VR on it. I tell these young guys, they're usually 20, 21, 22 in their college age. And I always tell them, I said, listen, it's fun in your 20s. You're going out partying every night, this kind of thing, and your focus is all about that. But if you put that aside, that's what I did. I used to work all day. I went to college for like a semester and a half, city college, dropped out of that, went back to work all day, work hard, and then go bar hopping all night. Eat, drink, get up, and do it again. I did that for years, okay? All I got out of it was some bad stories. And it probably wasted 10 years of my life, 8 to 10 years of my life. And I tell these kids this, don't waste it on the party. There's a whole bunch of things you could do in your early 20s that will allow you to live like a rock star in your 30s. So if you work hard, whether it's at a trade, or whether it's school or whatever your thing is, if you get dialed in your 20s and work hard, don't pick up any baggage. You might knock somebody up or something, which that happens. But try not to pick up any baggage, DUIs, and all this kind of stuff. And set yourself up so you can really do it in your 30s, really have a better lifestyle in your 30s. And typically the attitude I tell them is try to have the mindset that you're going to retire at 40 or 45. That doesn't mean that you are. But if you knew that you were going to try and retire at 40 or 45, you'd handle your 20s a whole heck of a lot differently. Now, I know I wasn't smart enough to figure this kind of stuff out. I look back on what I did and see the mistakes and see just the opposite of what I did would have been any form of success. But I tell these kids, if whatever you're doing now, whether it's learning a trade, frame a house, go work at that business, but don't just go work there. Learn how they operate that business, and you might do that business yourself someday. Don't just be out there collecting a check. But if you work hard in those early 20s instead of just partying it away, you're looking at yourself at 27, 28, and you haven't got anything going on yet. Hey, the clock's ticking. Okay. I just tell them don't waste it, because I did. So that's something I tell these guys. If you have a story like that that's worth telling that you think would be a good advice for someone because it's something you did or didn't, make a video about it. I think that's there was another one. Pumpkin. You know who you are. She's a neat gal. Comments on the videos. I can't. That's not her. I'll put her name up here. You asked a question. I did a couple videos back about the love thing. Love conquers all. Or I debunk it, or whatever my opinion is. And you brought up the statement where someone will say, love the sinner, hate the sin. Everyone's heard it, but it could be said differently, but you get the gist. Love the sinner, hate the sin. And you asked if that was baloney or not. It depends on how you use it. If you're making a statement, you've got this friend that is in sin. It could be anything, okay? And you say, well, I love that person. Even though they're sinning, I love that person, and we'll just let it be. And it becomes an excuse. You're making an excuse for them. Oh, I still love them, and it'll all work out, whatever the case is. If it's that kind of a thing, then that statement is baloney. You're right. That doesn't count. It's not used to make an excuse for someone else. It's also not to be used for you pointing at someone else. Okay, this is the kicker. So if you take the same statement, love the sinner, hate the sin, and you say, I love this person that's in sin. Okay, I have brotherly love. I have love for them as a brother, and out of concern, I'm warning them. This is not the path you want to be on. Okay, you're making a mistake here. I've made this mistake. You don't want to make this mistake. You want to get back on the path of Jesus, following his teachings. So because I love you and out of concern, I'm warning you. I'm concerned about you. Okay, it's brotherly love. So I love this sinner. Okay, and I hate the sin. I hate the sin that we're dealing with. But I'm trying to do something about it. Okay, warning, concern, this kind of thing. Now that statement becomes something. Okay, yeah, I love that sinner. I'm concerned. I'm warning them. I'm looking out for them, trying to help them, trying to support them, praying for them, yada, yada, yada. But I hate their sin, and that's why I'm doing this. I want to say, if you have a family member that's doing something dangerous that could hurt themselves, out of concern and love, you're going to try to help them stop that. That's what we're talking about. You love that person, you hate that sin. So when you look at it that way, and the thing about it is, when I talked about the first way, when you're using it as an excuse, you're talking about someone else. But when we're using it, talking about loving someone else and being concerned for them, we're talking about us. So when I say, I love the sinner and hate the sin, I'm not pointing at them saying, oh, look at that sinner, make an excuse for him. I'm pointing at me saying, this is what I have to do. I have to, out of love and concern for this person, I have to act, this is what I do. It's about me, not about them. Anyhow, I think that's it. Love you, God bless.
Maybe it's a bad thing.